Hello lovies, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. It is Itumeleng Ramakatani here to me. So I am here to have a bit of a conversation, a very important conversation at that. A conversation that has been in my mind and on my heart for years now. And it is high time that I actually share this message that God has shared with me. And yeah, I'm here to speak about the womb. What the womb is, what the role of a womb is outside of carrying a baby, how we're supposed to honor our womb, and bit of some stuff. And it'll probably be a one part of a long conversation to come. So I have my cup of tea, some mint tea. I have a blanket on me. I'm very cozy. It's a girl talk, it's a girl talk, but I do, it's like another conversation, but I do want men to also watch this video and learn about the womb so that they can know what's going on with their girlfriends, their sisters, their mothers, their grandmothers, because they are the other half of what a woman is. So men need to clock in. They need to be part of this conversation. They need to listen to these conversations as well. It's very beneficial to both genders. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first question, and I have my notes in front of me, so don't be alarmed if you see me glancing down and up and down and up, because I need to I need to deliver this clearly and concisely and in a manner that everyone can understand. Yeah. What is the womb? So the definition, the scientific medical definition of a womb is a hollow pear-shaped organ that is in the pelvis of a woman, and it is where the fetus grows and develops for 9 months. It is also called a uterus. So that definition is correct, but it lacks a fundamental and important aspect. So there is no definition you can find on the internet that will tell you what a uterus is supposed to do when it is not either preparing to carry a baby or carrying a baby. There is no definition. When women are taught about their bodies, be it in school, high school mostly, we're taught that our menstrual cycle, our wombs practically have one purpose: to carry a baby. So our menstrual cycle is the cycle where our wombs are preparing a cozy place of blood, of blood lining, where a fertilized egg, i.e. a zygote, can go attach itself and grow into a full baby, right? So this preparation happens every single month, and when your body realizes that, okay, there is no zygote for me to carry at this moment, I am going to shit, right? So you have your menstrual bleed, your period, right? That lesson is the lesson. It is the only lesson that we are taught when it comes to our bodies, our menstrual cycles. I think there are multiple memes, even outside of schools. There are multiple memes where we have women, it's basically the inside of a woman, right? And the uterus is personified. So the uterus is like working, she's preparing, she's like building this wall, right? She's busy, okay. And then she waits and she waits and she waits. And then she's like, what the heck? She's like, what the heck? I've been waiting. Where is my baby? Where is my baby? And then it turns into like this uterus building and waiting with such like love, and she's excited. That turns into her being angry, and she's tearing down these walls and she's screaming. She's going through it. Basically, she's going through it. And then the video then pans out of the uterus and shows the woman experiencing cramps, period discomfort, some sort of period related discomfort. So those memes, well, they derive from our education system, and it is basically us trying to process the fact that our uterus's only purpose is to carry a baby, right? So no baby, no purpose. No purpose, anger, right? So this way of thinking is very, very harmful. We see our bodies and wombs way of communicating that we need more nutrition, we need more support, we need support in our detoxification, our monthly detoxification. We need support through that. We see our wombs communicating to us all of that as punishment. These cramps, these pains, the numbness in your legs, all of these things, these symptoms, right? PMS, headaches, all of these symptoms are a way of our body trying to tell us, hey, I need more. I need nourishment. I need support. I need you to help me detox, because it is that time of the month for me to detox. We see all of that as punishment. So we pay no mind to that, because we're like, oh my God, my uterus is so angry that I don't have a baby right now. So she's like screaming, she's like punching the walls, when really she's like, hey, I know you don't got a baby, but come on now. Come on now, you gotta help me out. You gotta help me out. I have to lose some sort of nutrition, so you have to help me regain the nutrition that I'm losing, right? So this one purpose view of our bodies, the one purpose view of our wombs specifically, is harmful, and it brings emotions of hate towards our period. It brings shame. It brings disgust for how our bodies operate and how our wombs need more attention when it is that time of the month. Tea break. So how do we honor our wombs then? So the first step to honoring our wombs is the knowledge and acceptance of what our wombs do for us. Our wombs have multiple functions, just as every other organ in our body has multiple functions. So firstly, our wombs are a reflection. They are the body's mirror. If we lack physical nutrition, we lack spiritual alignment, we lack mental clarity, we have emotional chaos, all of that is reflected through the womb. Each and every month, your womb will show you, hey, this is what we're dealing with emotionally. This is what we need physically. This is what alignment, this is what we need to change in order to be aligned in the next month. Aligned with what we need to do, aligned with God's will for us. Each and every month, your womb will show you that. It is, I like to say, it's not only your body's mirror, it is also God's mirror. So, I mean, there's multiple ways of communing with God, but that specific time of the month when you are menstruating, that is when you are going to get an overload of messages from God. That is when God is standing in front of the mirror and is like, Itumeleng, you need to do A, B, and C. Starting from next month, you need to clarify ABC. You need to get rid of ABC. All of that, right? That is one of the functions of the womb. It is telling you what needs to be addressed in order for us to do better the next month. Now, when we are not addressing these emotions or directions, not addressing the traumas or the promises we made to ourselves, we are not addressing any of the things that we have then experienced, we then experience, well, I mean, we always experience, but we experience the womb as a storehouse. So the womb is no longer a reflection, a gateway, a passage, right? It turns into a storehouse. So now you're storing emotions, you're storing traumas, you are storing, excuse me, you're storing abuse that wasn't addressed. You're basically storing each and every emotion that you're just sweeping under the carpet, and you're like, whatever, I'll do that later. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It is that big of a deal. It is that big of a deal. You're storing all of that in your womb, and you're carrying it with you on a daily basis. I mean, one way or the other, you will see, because that energy, it just transmutes. It never dies. It will transmute, and you know, yeah, but that's another conversation. When we have conversations about PMS and mood swings and being irritable, right? We're masking it as, no, I'm just PMSing, I'm on my period, right? But baby girl, no, this isn't PMS. This is you not addressing that issue. And it has just transmuted into that irritability. It has transmuted into those mood swings. Girl, you need to sit down and see what the source is. We cannot keep capping our problems with fancy words like premenstrual symptom, you know? We cannot keep capping these things because we're capping a limited jar. We're capping a limited jar, and jars, they break, honey. Jars, they break. But wombs don't. Do they break? Girl, I don't know. But this energy of basically ignoring yourself, right? It turns into diseases. It turns into diseases. You know, and I'm not saying cysts and fibroids are made because you just ignored an emotion or something. You know, it is everything. It is, your womb needs holistic wellness. So if you are not eating proper food, you're not dieting, you're not exercising, you're ignoring that emotion, you're ignoring that you're going through traumatic experiences, you're not addressing, I mean, we all go through traumatic experiences, but if you're not speaking about it, if you're not going through it, if you're not praying about it, all of that gets stored into the womb. And you will then ask yourself all the time, why am I so sick? Why am I always emotional? Why am I having irregular periods? Why am I having heavy periods? Why? Just, you're sitting there like, why? But honey, your womb told you when you were bleeding that, hey, this is the problem and we need to address it soon. We need to address it soon. So, yeah, that's really the message I have right now, because I think that any change comes from our thought process and our perspective on things, and that perspective, the perspective of our menstrual cycles, the perspective of the period before our menstrual cycles and the symptoms we go through, the perspective behind that is very harmful, and I've seen it firsthand through conversations and the way people speak about themselves, the way people are like, ugh, I'm about to bleed, I can feel. This is very harmful. We need to grasp the power that we have as women, as the divine feminine. Our wombs, our bodies hold so much power, and we need to fully grasp that before it's too late. Before then, we've harbored so much trauma and hate in our wombs that we are having babies that we inevitably pass on this trauma to them because we have not dealt with that at all. We need to fully grasp the power that we hold. And it's very important to the people, especially to the people that have not had children, people my age, 20, 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds, people that have not had children. It's very important to grasp this power before we then cause pain to our children, because we just ran away from stuff, you know. So yeah, our womb is very powerful, man, and it, if anything, it should be a tool that is used by us on a daily basis, and especially on a monthly basis, for us to see where we're at, see what our shortcomings are, see what more we can do for our bodies, how much rest do we need, how we're supposed to be dealing with certain aspects of our lives. It is the greatest tool. It is the greatest tool when it is utilized correctly and not being a point of like a punching bag. I think it has turned into a punching bag for women. We're blaming our unhealthy habits. We're blaming our shortcomings on our womb. wombs, and I don't know how to explain that, but we're blaming our shortcomings, because instead of being like, oh, I have cramps because I didn't really take that beetroot and I have low iron, we're like, ugh, what is with these cramps? Oh my god, my womb is like, we're passing on the blame to our wombs, and they do not, our wombs not deserve that. Not deserve that. So I hope that everyone watching this video has learned something from it and can be able to take something that they can then implement into their lives. I will be making more videos on practical ways we can honor our wombs and take care of our bodies. It's very important, man. It's very important. But yeah, that's the end of this conversation and the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day ahead.